Hello, friends. As I continue my journey down the Indus River, the gentle sway of my canoe beneath the setting sun offers me time to reflect on the profound history that this river has witnessed. The river, once the lifeblood of a great civilization, now glides silently beside me, whispering the stories of those who lived along its banks. Today, I turn my attention to a subject that, while often overlooked, plays an essential role in understanding the Indus Valley civilization: the role of women. The people of the Indus Valley were not just advanced in agriculture, trade, and urban planning. They also had a society that included women in many aspects of daily life, though the precise details of their roles remain shrouded in mystery. As my canoe drifts through the waters, I picture women working alongside men, raising families, engaging in trade, and managing households. It is hard to imagine how, without their contribution, this great civilization could have flourished as it did. Much like the river we travel on, women in the Indus Valley would have been the unseen force, quietly nurturing society, holding everything together. While it's difficult to know the full extent of their roles due to the lack of written records, the material evidence we have gives us significant clues. From household artifacts to figurines and statues, the roles and importance of women can be pieced together, giving us a glimpse into the structure of Indus Valley society. In the heart of cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, women were likely to have been deeply involved in both domestic and economic activities. Archaeological findings show that many homes in the Indus Valley had facilities for making cloth and weaving textiles. This suggests that women were involved in the textile industry, producing cotton fabrics that were essential not only for their clothing, but also for trade. Cotton, as we know, was one of the most important products of the Indus Valley, and its cultivation and use played a key role in connecting this civilization to faraway lands like Mesopotamia. Women were also likely to have played a role in the domestic sphere, managing household activities, taking care of children, and ensuring that life in the city flowed smoothly. The presence of small clay figurines, often depicting women in poses that resemble fertility symbols, gives us an insight into the reverence and importance given to female figures in the Indus Valley. These figurines may have represented goddesses or symbolized fertility and domesticity, important aspects of daily life in this ancient civilization. But women's role was not just limited to the home. In the trade and commerce that flourished between the Indus Valley and other civilizations, women may have been involved in some capacity as traders or merchants. The connections between the Indus Valley and distant lands were vital to the success of this civilization, and the ability to trade goods, such as textiles and pottery, was probably a communal effort. Women may have contributed significantly to the bustling markets, managing trade goods, and helping to maintain economic stability in these cities. The role of women in religious and spiritual life is another area that remains largely mysterious, but equally important. The worship of female deities and fertility figures seems to have been an integral part of Indus Valley belief systems. The presence of numerous female figurines, many of which are thought to represent goddesses or sacred female figures, points to a reverence for the feminine aspect of life and nature. It is possible that women played a key role in religious rituals, with their presence embodying fertility, creation, and the nurturing aspects of life that were crucial to the community's survival and prosperity. While much of this remains speculative due to the lack of written records, the evidence strongly suggests that women had significant power and influence within their communities. From their involvement in domestic chores to their potential roles in trade and religious practices, women seem to have been central to the functioning of society in the Indus Valley civilization. Their work behind the scenes must have been as crucial as that of men, ensuring that the civilization thrived in an organized and prosperous manner. As I glide silently through the waters of the Indus, I reflect on how the contributions of women in ancient civilizations are often underrepresented in historical narratives. The Indus Valley, though enigmatic in many respects, teaches us that women were likely to have been equal partners in the creation of this advanced society. Their labor, their beliefs, and their roles in family life were all critical to the balance and prosperity of the civilization. In the next episode, we will take a deeper look at the governance and social structure of the Indus Valley civilization. How were decisions made? Was there a centralized government or a more localized form of rule? What social hierarchies existed within the society, and how did they interact with the daily lives of ordinary people? As we continue this journey through history, we will explore the structure that allowed this ancient society to function smoothly and remain one of the greatest civilizations of its time. As the evening sky fades to a deep blue and the stars begin to shimmer overhead, I find myself immersed in the peaceful flow of the Indus River. The sounds of the water lapping against my canoe, the rustling of the reeds on the riverbanks, and the ancient whispers of this land remind me of the great civilizations that have come before. I am but a traveler, riding the currents of time, trying to capture the essence of this lost world. But even here, in the silence of the river, the importance of women's contributions remains clear. Quiet, yet profound, sustaining life and society in ways we can only begin to understand.